There we go. Ha ha! Now it's live. Now it's real. Very real. So real in your face. That's how real. Wow. Okay. We're live. We're here. We're here. Lots going on. Not everything good. Not everything bad. Not that it's bad. It's just I feel like something's missing. I just feel like, hey, I'm not getting the whole picture here. But regardless, we're live. We're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. We're going to hang out, do what we do. And yeah, we're going to have some fun, hopefully. Hopefully it's informative, fun. Fumigations. Is that a word? Shout out to everybody who's here. If you're here, remember, as always, we do ask that you share this out. If you're on an EU server, APAC server, US server, anybody that we can help, we want to help. And if we can't help, well, we'll try to find help for you. Everybody needs a little help. Welcome. And drop your name, hellos, whatever down below. I'll shout it out. Server 56, I see you. 181, I see you. There's going to be a million of them here. But hey, Carl, Jimmy, Miss Debbie, Kasani, Davish, Ningen, Eric, Mihai, I hope I pronounced that right, William, Frozen Major, Impervious, Louise, Bronco, Manoli, Tim, Heath, Chasing Wabbits, love the name, Leo, Al. Good to see everybody coming in as we see a bunch of different servers, 157, 53, 20, 38, etc., 139. Yeah, there's going to keep rolling in. Congratulations, Keith, on unlocking your Enterprise today. That's a pretty dope thing to have accomplished. That's I hate to say it's like a life achievement, but in this game, it kind of is like a life achievement. Let's be real. It kind of is. Shout out to server 44, 33, 8, 34, 32, 57. Wow, so many people. Server 11. Server 11. Hey, have y'all calmed down y'all's little wars against each other yet? Has that finally smoothed over since the server merge is finished up? Or are y'all still going at each other? 131 and 63. Leo, you overachiever. 181, 131. Doomsday. Wow. Wegan over here is like, yo, we're not going to give you a number. I'm going to give you what server. Specifically. You unlocked Riker. Congratulations, Caesar. We will talk more about Riker today. We've actually had a lot of videos about Riker. So not necessarily trying to spend too much time on Riker, but I mean, how can you avoid him? He's extremely important. Extremely important. So let's you know what, we'll let the fans, y'all, decide where we kind of start off with today. You know, we've got several topics. We got kind of like a PSA to remind everybody that we've only got about a week and a half of ISO resin. I saw somebody talking about that earlier. Well, really until the event Battle Pass wraps up, which we've got about 5.5, 6 days. I saw that got brought up. Want to remind everybody how about that is working. We, of course, are going to spend more time doing officers and answering any officer questions that you might have. I know a lot of you are about the TOS crew, which that's kind of a funny story, and I'm waiting on the devs to get back to me on in terms of what they're doing. So in short, here's what happened with the TOS stuff, and I'm sure we'll have to repeat this at various points throughout the stream, and that's fine. And the short answer of it is they forgot. They literally forgot in April that they said spend all your stuff because this is never coming back. It's kind of funny and semi-sad at the same time. It's funny because, like, literally this was like 3 months ago. Have you forgotten already? And here's what I asked them to do because of this. I said, hey, look, whatever, you forgot. But because you told every player in the game to spend their worm shards, and you know what, let me put it on the screen so that y'all remember what we're talking about, because maybe not everybody is caught up to it. Maybe you're new to the game. So if you go into your officer recruit tab, you'll now see the summer TOS recruit special, which I actually have no problem that it's here. I like that. I mean, I love the TOS recruit officers. I love the TOS officers. I'm glad that they're making them available to be sourced somehow. But here's the little wrinkle. Here's the problem. Nobody's got the worm stuff. Nobody. Because Scopely told us in April, spend it all. It's gone. Never coming back. That's what they said. I'm not just saying that, by the way. They literally said that. Not only did I announce it on YouTube, DJ announced it on the podcast, Aries put it as an official announcement in the freaking Discord. So it's not like this was just some Rev for remembered something that never happened. This actually happened. They said literally, spend them. And that's great. But then when you bring this back, especially for the free-to-play who've already gotten rid of all theirs, even if there wasn't an officer event, now they're kind of stuck. And as I was talking to the dev team, I was like, look, I know this isn't what you intended because you just forgot. And I guess slip of the memories are fine. But now it just feels like a pure money grab because now there's a $100 officer pack and there's a TOS recruit option, but there's no recruit. There's none. Nobody's got any freaking worms. And who's really going to go do worm modders for the worms? Not even, no, not at all. Of course not. So you're looking at the TOS recruit pack, which is $100 for 13 pulls. And for me, less than 2 million XP and only 4. So it's really not that great of a pack value-wise compared to some of the other packs. And it's going to be very frustrating for the players to see this and not be able to use it. So my recommendation to them was to do a compensation chest because this is an oopsie on them. And good news, they are considering it. The not great news is I got no idea if it actually happens, but they are in a meeting today discussing what to do about this. So Tommy says there's a $19.99. There is, but I don't see that one. I guess because this account is a little bit too whaley. This account basically only sees $100 packs. Oh, I do have it. My bad. I'm sorry, y'all. So these are even worse value though than the other one. So it's yikes. It's a big yikes. So anyway, my recommendation is that we get a gift chest to compensate for the fact that they told us a few months ago to get rid of them. And I'm waiting on confirmation, or not even confirmation. I'm waiting on if they're going to do that or not. But that's what I pushed by them earlier this morning because they didn't even notice. Like I talked to the dev and he's like, when did we ever say that? And I was like, about that. Screenshots plus here's me announcing it. So Impervious says, I got 90 of them. I didn't place well enough in an event to get all 100. Big yikes. Now, I would say that, you know, the issue would have been a little bit less if there's actually events for it, but there's not even events for it. I mean, we've got our Lat Mondays, which shout out to Latinum Rush Monday. Can we finally add ISO into this now? Now that we're doing ISO every day, can we just go ahead and add ISO? That'd be great. But we've got Latinum, we've got regular events, the domination style event, which I finished in like 10 seconds because I had a ship to upgrade. I had a legionary that I took up a few levels. I mean, there's nothing for me to really do today. So a broken node, what the heck? Oh, come on, Scope. Fix the broken nodes, man. This ain't 2019. That is unacceptable. Takashi's at server 9. We dominated them during the merge. Our whole server teamed up and took all the territory. Cool, Takashi. I have no idea what you're talking about. What do you do with your 50 salvage parts? Heath, the only thing to do with your 50 salvage parts is to hope that they give a compensation chest giving you salvage parts. That's the only thing that you can hope for right now. All right, we're going to move to make sure that we get in the circle. Thank you. And yeah, we should be good. I'm probably going to do some OPC hunting. Why don't I have the Discovery Officer recruit option like you? Because I have the USS Discovery. So, Davish, the reason that I have the option is because I have the Discovery. And that's an issue that they have, is they need to make sourcing the Discovery ship better. And there will be a Discovery sourcing when we get to the event store. I don't know why I'm blanking on words. But the event store that'll come at the end of our arc. So pretty sure there's 5 arcs, or we know there's 5 arcs to the next generation. We're currently in 3. So in the 5th one, there should be a massive event store that includes things like the USS Discovery. But right now, if you don't have it, you're just kind of screwed up a creek without a paddle. And to answer, yes, I did get Riker. You can see him on my ship right here. Nicholas says, I'm 12 shards away from unlocking Riker. Should I spend my coins on him or getting the parts for the Meridian? I would go get the parts, Nicholas. Remember, you've got one more Recruit Riker event coming up. And I unlocked mine, and I finished like in 14th place. 13th. Because I only needed to get like 19 shards or something. And I ended up getting the 25 option. Now, of course, I would like to level him up to tier 2. But he's good immediately. Like right out of the gate, he's good. So that is what I went with. And then if you have a second Meridian, or will have a second Meridian, then the best course of action would be to go for the... I'm confused. Somebody just asked a question. Sorry. Just completely... What do you mean? Somebody asked something on Facebook. I'm like, I don't even know what they're asking. But anyway, I would go for the second in the event store just because we don't know when they're going to allow you to get this again. So I'd go ahead and go for it. Let's see what else we got. Body Red Blood says, I'm 21. I have the disco recruit option, but I don't have the disco. Still looking for a way to get the BPs. Event stores. Event stores. Yeah, too. Ops 20 is where Discovery starts. Ops 20. Worth buying the Riker token packs. I'm 20 away from Picard and 45 away from Riker. So are you asking these packs? What pack are you talking about? Because there's the coins, the Riker coins, and then you have the Elite, which gives you 20 Riker. What pack are you talking about? This token pack? Okay, so let's do the quick math on this. Let's do the quick math. So 150,000. I'm gonna bring out my calculator. I remember doing this, I think, on another live stream. We're gonna do it again. So you're limited to 4 anyway. Well, let's go do the math on this. So Picard, which you can only get 50 of anyway, but 7,500 per? That can't be right. Is it really that bad of a value? Somebody just PvP'd me. Rip. No way it's been. Oh, wow. Oh, never mind. So if we did 150,000 divided by 7,500, we would get 20. That's only 20 shards for $100. Yuck. Big no for me. Awful value. Absolutely trash. And I think I said that in the last live stream. I think we talked about this. Or was the live stream before? Definitely not worth it in my opinion. I would not do that. But is that a big rare or a baby rare? I'll lodge it. There we go. All right, so now what we're going to do, let's look at this log real quick. Does Scopely offer that bad of a value, Rev? You've been playing this game long enough to know the answer. What Scopely offer, Tomb World? What Scopely offer are you referring to? Yeah, in terms of that pack, that was pretty awful value. So I'm currently running a Riker 6 Nero loadout on an auger, and I'm just curious what we went to here. 8 rounds. I just want to see what my last round looks like. Did I even get a shot off in the last round? 2 million on the shot. 2 million. So that is my obliterator weapon. And our mitigation looks to be meh. Of course, my 6 of 10 is... I'm not health stacking at the moment, so that is not as good as I would want, but that's what I get for being a noob and not upgrading my 6 of 10 yet. And let's divide that by 2030,239. Yeah, 50.7. Not that great, but it's only an 8-round fight. The stack really needs to get me about 10 rounds before it starts taking over, but I'll live with it. We'll live with it. What about the Vidar skin? Will it be available again? It will, Thomas. Just, I can't tell you when that is. But yes, they are going to source that and make that available again. But their timetables on these things are always out, way out in space. Like, more outside in space than Star Trek is. And by the way, for those wondering, in my event store, I'm going to be purchasing independent credits. I've already got Riker. I feel like Riker is good enough at tier 1. I don't necessarily need to focus on upgrading him now. Picard, I've already got. Once again, he's like Pike, tier 1. He's great. Yes, I'd like more, but 180 shards is redonk. I'm going to be focusing on independent credits. So I'm going to try to get as many of these as I can because so many officers require it. For example, my Khan will be upgraded to tier 4. I could do it now, but I'm going to do it next Sunday. And yeah, it's just getting kind of crazy. All right, Frozen says, Enterprise versus Armadas. Riker and Kirk plus a 5% con or a 20% 6 of 10. I would choose 6 of 10. Especially if you're stacking below. So let's go over 6 of 10 real quick. Because we love him. Now, mine's only tier 1. I haven't focused on him just because I've been focusing on getting these new officers. But I know a lot of people who are free to play who've got this guy like rank 3. But anyway, defenses are irrelevant. Increases the accuracy, armor piercing, and shield piercing of the ship by 5% of the total attack. So you got an attack stack with this guy. But this is a straight cumulative build to the base stats of piercing. The 5% normally would sound awful, like what's the point of using that? That's terrible. The 5% for that is actually really good because of what you're stacking. Also need to get him to level 5. That's really lame. But yeah, that's... If you got a 20%er and you're stacking attack, you're going to be able to dump your mitigation, or your opponent's mitigation rather. Because somebody mentioned this while we were talking in the video yesterday. We're like, well, are you confusing penetration with mitigation? No, I label both mitigation, and I specify whether I'm talking about your mitigation or the opponent's mitigation. So if we're looking at the opponent's mitigation, then we're talking about 20% built on the attack. You, within 10 rounds, are dumping it down below 16%, something like that. That is a definite go-to for Armadas. And you're doing it pretty quickly, except the only time that 6 and 10 would not help you like super fast is if you were going against, say, an uncommon or a rare deep space Armada with an Enterprise, just because it would take you so long to build up the piercing stats to be able to overcome those. So you see I've got 12, 14, 186, and even with a cumulative build, it's still probably going to take a while to get up there. But at the same time, definite value in that for sure. If you got a 20% 6 and 10, that is immediate. No matter what you're doing, put him on. That is extremely valuable. You're going to get close to going to the mitigation floor depending on how long that Armada lasts. Man. Randy says, any word on Meridian parts for us below 34s who bought the ship? Nothing yet, Randy. All I know is that there will be sourcing for it. I don't know when or where. I assume in 2 months by the new faction store, the big event store that's coming, you'll be able to do it then. Don't quote me because obviously I'm theorizing there. I've not been told that. But that is what I believe will come to pass. But we still need to find a permanent sourcing of this. Permanent sourcing. Because right now, it's not broken or anything. It's not bad. It's just we need to have something to where we're not going 6 months from now going, yo, there's nothing I can do here. What the heck? You know what I mean? Does that make sense? And that's kind of the things that we've been fighting for. You know, I know Ripper's been talking about that a lot lately. Trying to get DJ to fight for it a little bit more. Not that DJ doesn't fight, but I feel like DJ really is going to... Come on, DJ. If we're all in unison, we can do it. But DJ does a lot of work, so we're not harping on him at all. But it's a struggle bus. You know what I mean? It's very consistent with them to basically forget. And I think today is a great example of that. Because you see them literally going, yeah, we forgot about the whole TOS officers. We weren't going to source them this way anymore. So, well, we just got to keep harping on them. All right, I got to give a shout out real quick to Keith. Because they just donated to the Venmo and appreciate all donations to the house fund. Your name's going on the wall, buddy. Because we got to have money. And you're over here providing for it. Thank you so much for that donation. Extremely valuable. Thank you so much. You are awesome. You're awesome. All right, next up. Why in God's name did Scopely give an ISO miner such long warp ranges? Because it is a hybrid ship. It is a Tier 3 or G3 and a G4 ship. So it has to have a long range for that. Now, more things can be coming to the ISO stuff because it's becoming obviously a bigger part of the game. And we need to make sure that we are cognizant of that. So like I'm actually going to go, while we're just sitting here chilling, not doing anything, I'm going to throw a horizon on this node. And the reason I'm using a horizon, because I'm probably going to get hit. But it's it's just a feature and a mechanic of the game that they're really focusing on right now. So I would push for that. I'd really push for that. Charles says, do I think that the Meridian skin is worth the purchase? My job is to tell you if there's value in something and how it works. So is there value in the Meridian skin? In my opinion, yes. In fact, to me, there's more value in the Meridian skin than there is in getting a second Meridian. Now, what the Meridian skin does, for those of you that don't know, and I told them that they need to add what it does here, but they never did. Getting the Meridian skin gives you an extra refinery option in your territory store. So if you go to your territory refinery, I'm pretty sure I haven't refined yet. Oh, I did. So I gotta wait 4 hours. So you'll get an extra refine option in your store. That is, I think, the biggest benefit to the Meridian. It's not the second Meridian. It's the ability to get another refinery option, because the Meridian by itself can very easily mine 1,000,000 ISO super fast, especially once you get it leveled up. So having a fourth refine option to throw into there to get ISO resin and to get more emulsion is valuable, more so than spending $50 on a second one. But that's kind of up to you. Is there value? In terms of in this game, yes, there's value. Should you spend it? As always, I leave that up to you. You know, if you want to spend it, if not, you can make that decision for yourself. Cassoni says it's so if it's saying that the reason for the long warp range is so if you base in deep space, then you can easily send it out to mine ISO without moving. Yes and no. I would not be surprised if you see ISO stretching out into further reaches of the galaxy at some point. That's not a confirmed Scopely thing. That's just a theory. I would not be surprised to see them stretch it out more because they're really focusing in on it right now. Let's see. Nathan says, I get the feeling that the Enterprise D will require ISO resin. Ooh, wow. Oof, don't scare me like that. That's possible. Shout out to Server 14. Mihai says, there will be in the ARC some event to score by recruiting, as in a domination style. Not that I'm aware of right now. All of them have been spending style for like G3, G4. And this has been asked several times. I don't think that there is a domination style leaderboard this ARC. I don't think there is. Oh, shout out Epi. Epi says, hey, Rev, I'm 15 shards away from getting TOS Courage to level 3. Is it worth trying? Yes. Wait. If you're talking about buying packs, hold off on buying the TOS pack. Hold off on it. I need to get a word from the devs on what they're going to do, because they were not supposed to release this. They said they'd never release it again. So let me find out what they're going to do. If they're doing like a compensation chest, I don't want you to go buying it yet, okay? Hold off on spending money on the TOS recruit packs. I know you're a whale, but calm down. Be patient. Be patient. Dalton says, why is the Jelly event only paying out the top 2 players? I thought it was supposed to be top 5 players to get the BPs. That has always varied by server location historically. There have been a lot of servers that have got only 2 options the entire time, whereas mine has had 6. Mine's always had 6. Now, I don't currently see it on this server because I already have the ISS Jelly. However, I don't have a specific reasoning as to why, if all servers are only showing 2. I've not asked people from every server yet, but I have heard from most that it seems to only be 2 options. That is definitely not how it normally is. We'll just have to wait and see. Spawn's saying it doesn't vary anymore. It's all 2. I don't have an answer. You know, it's something that we can do a Q&A. Our next dev Q&A, if y'all want, we can have that as a question and see if we can get a response about it. And remember, we've got a TNG ARC 3 feedback room in the Discord. And now the 1 day part was an accident. That's not supposed to be 1 day. So if you remember, they made a post in the official Discord about this, and I'll read out the official post just so that we can get all of our P's and Q's. This is from Live Ops about 2.5 hours ago. Commanders, at event reset, our server saw a significant spike in lag, and many players experienced delays in points acquisition for items you completed, like domination or spinning mats and directives. They are working on fixing that. I believe that's been fixed. Now, the second part was the ISS Jelly acquisition event was launched as a 24-hour leaderboard instead of 72 hours as originally planned. We've heard your feedback on the leaderboard placements and will work to respond to your feedback in future runs. Enjoy this new iteration, and please provide your feedback to mods and CCs, and we'll investigate it if the shorter style of auction is worthy. So basically, they said... They sound contradictory. Can I just say that? They sound like they're contradicting themselves. They said the event was launched as a 24-hour instead of 72-hour accidentally. But then they said, well, y'all test it out, so let us know if you like the 24-hour version more. I feel like some things aren't adding up here. I'm just going to say this. I recommend everybody say, this isn't what we want. Go back to 3 days and multiple spots. I think everybody should provide that feedback. And if you would be so kind as in my Discord in the TNG feedback room, say that. And if somebody's already said it, like it and thumb it up. That way I can tell the overlords, look, they hate it. Don't do it. But if y'all don't provide that feedback, then I can't really do it. Okay? Tomb World says, why would anyone like the fewer winning slots? I guess the only argument is if it's shorter, then there's less time for certain people to score. but I don't like it. I don't even see an argument for it. By the way, shout out to Red Green 94 who just signed up to support the channel as a cadet. Thank you so much. If y'all do want to support the server that we're running in terms of the YouTube and everything, but you don't want to pay the YouTube fees, hit up that PayPal link and Venmo, Cash App, all those. Thank you so much for the support. And thank you for signing up for that. That's very nice of you. Okay, let's get back into this. What else we got? Could it be 3 one-day events? I mean, we can make that question heard. We could definitely push that to them. We can see. We can see. You know, it's we can find out. We can find out. We have a shout out real quick to Eric S, who just donated $10 to the house fund. We'll go ahead and add that to our list here. Thank you, Eric, for that very generous donation. You, sir, are awesome. We're going to add it here. Eric S is going to come up on the screen. It's going to update right here. We're getting closer to getting my kids a place to live that isn't covered in bad stuff. Thank you so much. Very kind of you. Very generous. You're a good person. Thank you so much.
We've got to have
You are
money.
right, Hunter, the Pokemon. We do have got to have money. All right, so Caesar says, now that I have Riker, I am planning to spend my tokens on the warp tokens for the Meridian. Do you know how many I need to buy? Yeah, 1 of each. If you've got a second ship, you need 1 of each. So you need a warp interlock and a regulator. This is for warp 34. This is for level 34 and then level 39. There's 2 level locks on the Meridian. Hey, Mark, how you doing, buddy? So you want 1 of each. You don't need multiples unless you're getting the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th Meridian. So 1 of each. That's all you need. 1 of each. Let's see what else we got. If you already answered Skip, I am 95 shards away from Jean-Luc Picard. What's the rumors on future sales? There are no rumors on future sales at the moment. The slow sourcing through things like here are the only way. At the moment, I have not heard of any packs even being offered for Picard. I will tell you that we did ask earlier, and I don't have a problem reiterating this, that this pack right here, horrible value in terms of what you're getting per shard. Would not recommend buying that. Yeah, Cassoni, I don't count the level 41 part. It works how the Franklin works. The 2 faction locks in the game, by the way, are 10 million and 1 billion. Wow, that fight seemed like it lasted a long time. Let's go take a look at it. People must not have been coming. Oh, we had 5. I guess we just... That's weird. Okay. Went 17 rounds. Let's see what these 17 rounds look like. 17 rounds. Come on, come on. Let's go down. 4 billion in Trit. I mean, that doesn't do anything for me, buddy. That 4 billion Trit's not worth $100 at all. All right, so here we go again. Jeez, all these criticals hits. And my mitigation still did not work that time. What the heck's up with my 6 of 10? Anyway, we'll get it home. We'll take a look at it. Y'all saw the logs of 6 of 10 working. Why is it not working versus the slave market? That's weird. Something's going on in my game. Anyway, how are you earning the Riker shards? So I placed 3rd in 2 events and plus all the normal SMSs. So not 3rd as in the 3rd bracket. So if you go look here at this Recruit Real Riker, I got 25. I finished 13th. And then the last time I got 50. So I finished like 7th. So I got 7th and 13th. I got 75. And then I got the rest by normal events that they had been running every day. So I did not have to go hardcore at all for my Riker. And managed to get him completely free and happy about it. How will you be 3 shards short, Red Angel? Event store. Go buy you some if you're 3 short. Aaron says your token from the event is so much more than we get. So remember, packs are based on multiple factors. 1, your server age will change packs, but level as well. So this is a level 39. All level 39 should probably look like this. But it is going to be very based on your level and based on where you're at sometimes. Like generally, if you go look at like server 63, if there's any brand new whales here, and they were to compare, say, this pack, mine versus theirs, I'm getting way more than they are. Way more than they are. But that's a problem with newer servers. Newer servers, they throttle things back and give you less. I made a whole video about this, and that video with me calling that out is what lost me my NDA, by the way. So yeah, big yums, big crazy yums. Let's see what else we got question-wise. If you got officer questions, any other questions, throw them down. Psycho Mike says they got the Riker officer and the avatar. Congratulations. The server is 2 years old and just had a merger, so many players. I don't know what to tell you, Aaron. I mean, Scopely works in Scopely ways, and all I can say is that it is not equal. Like, just because one server has something does not mean another server will. Yes, I will 100% agree that is dumb. However, that is just how it works. Yikes. Yeah. Exactly what y'all wanted to hear, I know. Hear anything about adding a speed button on scrapping? Nope, have not. That'd be great, though. Are the TOS officers going to be coming back, or what's the word? They're in the thing now. The problem is there's not a way to source the shards without spending money. So, yeah, I mean, that's the issue that we're running into, which is also why I'm telling people to not purchase them at the moment, because they got to find out what they're going to do for this. Are they going to do a compensation chest for the fact that they told people 3 months ago to spend all these? How are they going to address this? And I'm still waiting to hear back. Hopefully I'll hear back by the end of this live video, but who knows? They answer back when they answer back. Does that mean we will ever get packs like you get? Yes, Beaver. Everybody should eventually, when time passes, have their packs adjust. That's how it's worked in the past. We're talking about a long time passing. It's not like a month or two. So a lot of things go into it. They track how much spending a server has. They track how old a server is. They track, when it did ascend above level 40. They track all the stuff. So Jesus, the founder server was merged. 190 and 196 merged, so technically it no longer exists. It's part of another group. But I mean, it is still around, but it's gone through another merger. So they lost some of the stuff that made them so fancy, like when they had the extra refinery options that nobody else had. I suck at solo leaderboards, never seem to have enough of anything at Ops 35. I may never get Riker for card or anything good. Any advice? Save up for leaderboards. That's what I do. When I did my Picard win, I saved up for 3 months. I mean, you really just have to save up stuff for leaderboards, knowing that maybe I have to slow my progression to get something huge that's coming. And that's an awful way to play sometimes, but it's kind of what the game demands if you want to be able to have access to some of the stuff that comes out at a quick pace. So like Picard and Riker will come out to where everybody can source it for free. Is it coming quickly? Obviously not, just because the TOS officers are still 7 months into the game for the original series officers, and they're still not available in things like your standard or your epic recruit chest. They should be, but they're not. So you kind of just have to pick your battles. I mean, do you want to progress in the game faster, or do you want to unlock some premium content that wouldn't otherwise cost you money to pay for? It's also one of the reasons that I picked a lot of my camp spots. Like I picked level 29 to camp at, to hopefully stay in that 20s bracket, so that you can try to unlock some of that before you go into the 30s. It's just a tricky spot to be in. And at 39, I benefit because I have more research and I have more options to spend things on that other people don't. And if 35s are in my bracket, it sucks to be the 35. And I obviously feel for them, but there's just benefits to camping and playing at a pace instead of just rushing in. And that's not necessarily great for every player. Boxer says I've only been playing for 5 months. Welcome. Yeah. Any word on level 25 getting compensated for being locked out of Matter of Honor? Not that I'm aware of. No, not that I'm aware of. It's hard to waiting for the Invictus event for Badar to go to tier 9. I'm only sitting on like 17,000 transporter patterns right now. I've spent some on one of my Trinity officers, and then I'm going to start spending more on 6 to 10 to really level 6 to 10 up. What else we got question and comment wise? I just started slowing down. I'm 90% free to play. The only thing I buy is the battle pass. Of course, I try to answer as many questions as we can. Obviously, a lot of questions will come in pretty quickly, but we do try to answer anything that I can answer. Let's see what else we got here on the question and comment section. Someone says I was using my G3 gas and ore as soon as I was getting them. Well, let me show you mine. Here's where I'm at. So when I placed in this Riker one, I blew through everything that I had. So if we come to my G3s, let's scroll down. So I am down to 497 3-star ore and 967 3-star uncommon crystal, which is not enough to finish out my legionary or anything. And my 2-star, and now 3-star I have a decent amount of, but I don't have as much to spend on 3-star as I do 2-star. Or sorry, 4-star versus 3-star. Has my opinion about Nero changed? In what way? In what way, Ocean Panda? Let's see. Kasani says loads more than I have. So loads more is relative. For example, for me to really place in events, I've got to score at least 1,000,000 points generally. So for example, if I wanted to do my cargo bay to max out this legionary, I've got about half what I need to get this legionary's cargo bay unlocked. So yes, it is a lot more than some other lower levels might have, but it's very relative to what level you are. 400 is a lot at level 28. It's nothing at level 39. Nothing at level 39. So there's nothing I can really do about that either. It's just kind of like the way things are, you know? So there's a scaling system. Just like 4-star, let me put my ISS Jelly out. I'm going to show you some of my 4-star stuff that I've earned. Like I'm sitting on 14,000 uncommon gas. This is tier 4 jelly. Tier 4? Yeah, tier 4 jelly. I need 3,000 uncommon. But you can source it a lot easier than if you were to source 3-star. So. Albert says, after maxing and scrapping a Mayflower, what do you think should be researched? I did a video about that on a couple others. What I'll do is I just need to remake that video as a whole and actually just compile a bunch of researches and talk about that. But we can do that in another video. Billy says, upgrading docks, trying to get to Officer 39. Yeah, that's always fun. Let's see. What is the research into refinery payout? I haven't heard much more from you on that. Oh, because I don't have anything yet. The guy that was helping me, I haven't heard from in a while. I need to follow up. So I have a lot of projects going on. It's tough to keep up with all of them. So let me message him right now. Because I haven't heard from him about 2 weeks, so I'm gonna follow back up and then see where it goes. Obviously, it's taking a lot longer than I hoped it would, but he pushed to 27 to get ruler, got second place, Riker, and 75-100 to get to level 2. Nice boxer. He is a great Armada officer to have, and if you can start dominating Armadas early on, that is a great place to be right now. Fantastic place to be. So work on that, get that leveled up, because that's going to make you a better player at your level. And honestly, if you can start dominating Armadas to where, you know, bigger players let you in more, you'll be able to start getting some of the stuff, such as some of the ships for free that, you know, maybe normally you couldn't get access to, you know, because obviously the higher level armadas pay out a lot more. So if you can contribute to those and not just be getting carried, you can actually produce the damage that you need for you to start getting the payouts that are worth it, then you could be in a really, really good spot. See, did I already finish? Yeah, I already finished that today. Swap. Got the Pharrell out. Get our Enterprise back out here. Now we need to repair this auger. We'll go do some more Armadas. Actually, I'm going to level up 6 of 10 to level 5 because apparently I've been lazy on that. Do you think it's best to take my Saladin to tier 7 or use all the crystals in other places? Generally, I've gotten to the point, like for level 28, I recommend maxing out your Vidar and maxing out your Saladin and a Horizon. So you're going to be sitting there a while. If you've got a Saladin tier 7, you can do all the dailies that you got to do. But in terms of, you know, future sourcing of officers and stuff, I would really work on getting that Vidar. The Vidar is also cheaper to max out than maxing out a Saladin. So I would really focus on that. Get that Vidar up. It's one of the few specialty ships that doesn't have all those stupid locks. You can get it, max it out, and then go and enjoy the fact that you've got an insane amount of faction credits then. Let's see. Anybody got the uncommons handy for the amount that it costs to get your Vidar maxed? I don't have that handy. But it's not too expensive. I'm trying to look for it, but it's not too expensive to go that route. So 6 of 10 works for every Armada, Cedric. The issue with Eclipse Armadas is that generally, depending on where your research is with the Eclipse, you've got it so high that it's already doing 6 of 10's job. So it's already got high mitigation, high damage, so you don't notice it as much. But yes, 6 of 10 works on any Armada, no matter what type of Armada it is. Borg Armadas, Doom Armadas, Eclipse Armadas, Normal Armadas, Salvage Armadas, Armadas for Isogen in territories. It works for everything. The key is on a Stella is sometimes the Stella's research is so high that you don't notice the effect as much. Previous says, I'm Ops 29, been grinding probes like crazy. Got the nanoprobe hunter research, and I'm just about to hit T7. Congratulations. Congratulations. Max all officers are just rare and epics. So we actually, in our officer tool, if y'all have never used the officer tool, I'd encourage you to do so. But in our officer tool, we actually have recommendations on what to max. Because remember, the experience is kind of like a limited resource. I mean, obviously, you want to get as much as possible, but me sitting on 14.6 million, once again, there's going to be somebody in the chat who says, hey, that's a lot. That's nothing. Literally a couple officers, I'll blow through that and be out once again. So, you know, you kind of want to hold off on some. Like, do I get anything by maxing morale, Votlin, Koth? No. And I don't really get a big influx in terms of resources. I'm not resources, in terms of stats. So I focus on rares and epics is what I try to upgrade. And then I don't even upgrade some of them to max if I don't necessarily need to. You know, like I can take Kurla to max here, but because right now I'm not focusing on critical kinetic builds, I haven't upgraded. But when he's maxed, as long as you've got these shards to be maxed, the maximum number of shards, which I do, he becomes transporter patterns every time I recruit him. So it varies based on what you're trying to do. If you are free to play, you definitely want to pick and choose what you're upgrading. I have not spent money into officer packs and stuff, so I have to be very, very picky about what I choose to invest in. Zab, I use BlueStacks. It works if you've got Android. If you've got iOS, you're out of luck. Now, I did talk to the devs, and they are looking at ways or trying to eventually put, for those of you who do have Apple, the new M1 chipsets for the MacBooks and stuff, they are looking at making it possibly available to play the game on your MacBook if it's got the M1 chipset. But in general, if you got Apple, you can only use your iPad or an iPhone, and you're just out of luck. What other we got? Do the burial ship armada mechanics work the same as standard? Yeah. But the payouts are awful. I wouldn't want to do them just because of the payouts. I'll speed this up real quick so we can get back in the Armada fight. Also, we need to go upgrade that officer that I said I was going to do, and I didn't do yet. For my Borg. Can't believe this dude is still level 5. Like, what am I even doing with myself? Disgraceful. I need every attack point I can get. There we go. I actually need to go reset this because I need to focus on an attack. Stat build. 7,800 is nothing. Not near enough to do anything. So that gets us closer. Yuki. There we go. Gets us 10,000. Oh, a 3,000 increase. That'll work. Because my Enterprise being PvP gets most of my stats. We think about making a video about the most important researches to max 35 or 29. Once again, great idea. Something to really get to. Haven't done that yet, obviously. But there is a room, by the way, that not many people use. But there is an idea, or basically a request channel for CCs. And it's not just me. Like, No One Shall has access to it. DJ has access to it. But it's, the last post was today, but it really wasn't about video. I mean, yeah, we haven't had one in several days. So if you go into my Discord, there is a channel for you to make recommendations. Hey, I'd love you to make a video on this. And then I can make a video on it. So are they ever going to make it so that I can switch my account between Android and Apple? Beaver, you can just contact customer support and they can make the change for you. Are they going to make a way for you to easily do it yourself, just whatever day? Probably not. Probably not. Do you get the transporter patterns just if you max the officer? Just if you got to have enough shards, Mihai. So, like, if I go, so I'll just show you. So you saw that my Kurla was maxed. Let's look at the groups. So I've got enough shards for max Kurla, max Az, and I think my Chang is. I haven't added it up. I think Chang is as well. That means Gorkon's the only one that I had that isn't. But if I go into Klingon Recruit, here, let's just do a 3 chest pull real quick. Skip. Open all. And there you go. Transporter patterns. So the XP is what you get for doing a, for if you got a max common or uncommon officer. You get transporter patterns if you've got a maxed rare and a maxed epic. Now, because my Gorkon is not maxed, I just get regulars. But you get 75 transporter patterns per rare shard. So I got 6 rare officer pulls here that turned into 450 patterns. But they're obviously not maxed out. Like, I didn't spend the resources to max them out. So all you got to do is have the shards. And hey, Mike, how you doing? Hey, Gabe, how you doing, buddy? Zoomer says, I got a lucky 12 pull on Shin today, and now I spent 10,000 lateral recruits, and now I need 6 more to max her. Nice, Zoomer. Keep it going. Keep it going. Is there a case to be made to focus on the level 26 ships despite the rage? Nope. Not at all. Not to me, anyway. I know there are some people who love them. To me, that is a inefficient way to go about it. I would not recommend. Would not recommend. Douglas says, I've been saving all these officer recruit tokens. Should I? Is there a double chance or event? So right now there is one. If you go and look, there's a minor one out right now. The double event is a minor event. Is that worth it? I don't know. Here, I'll do 4,000 real quick. It's really up to you if that's worth going for, but that's why you would save them. For double events and to use them to score in leaderboards. And is it going to really pay off for you? I don't know. That's up for you. Ooh, I did get 1,100 of those. That's nice. But I didn't get a full pull here. And I honestly didn't get a lot of minors. I got 1 minor shard out of that? Really? This whole thing? 1 minor shard? I think I have 1 of them max. Maybe there. But yeah, it's completely up to you. You might want to save those for leaderboard events instead. Now, we haven't had one of those in a while, but we do have the daily leaderboard event that comes around every few days. The next one of those is going to be, let me see if I can find it. So the next officer recruit leaderboard event will be in 2 days. 2 days. Now, the next double event that will have the leaderboard and regular XP is, I think, 10 days away. I think it's 10 days away. Yeah, because it was actually 2 days ago. So 9 days away. So if you want to, every 11 days, there's a double leaderboard event for XP. So you get a leaderboard event and then a regular recruit event that you can then win that event to get more resources. And then score in the other events. You're getting kind of a double pull there. Any domination leaderboards coming? Not that I'm aware of, Epi. I think we're kind of light on those this go around. But one can hope, maybe soon, possibly. It's a point that I can bring up if y'all would like. Mithra says, I'm torn. 4K creds for Klingon and Fed. Should I get the Saladin Bortus plans or keep going for officers? So, where are you at level-wise? You're level 23. Ooh, okay. At level 23, I recommend officers. I don't start swapping over until level 26. Go officers. Officers. If you want to go ahead and have the ship ready to go, then I guess go for it. But, let's see. Veneer, where is that at? Oh, it's just a baby. Just a little baby. But I'm heading there anyway. Hey, Dursey. What's up, buddy? Like the stream noobs? Yeah. We like being newbie. And Diddle says, be quiet. I'm going for that. Hey, look, I'm here to help everybody. And I do think that everybody should really pay attention to the daily events, not necessarily to go after them all the time, but just to be aware of, okay, when can I save something? Like if I want to spend some officer credits, then make sure that what you spend is going to multiple purposes. You don't want to blow stuff like I just did, blow 4,000 and it be going to nothing. You typically always want it to have a purpose. So just keep that in mind when you're going through that. So for me, I think, yeah, I've got to wait 8 hours before I can do that again. And got to wait 8 hours before I can do that again. So while we're actually sitting here, I'm actually going to mine or grind some Stella stuff. So while we're just sitting here, I can have something to do. Is it worth to keep developing Stella? I understand that it will be better to complete specific events. The main thing with the Stella, and honestly the reason that I've slow grinded my Stella, are the researches. There are some really good things in the research tree. However, it is an insane grind to get there. For free to play, you might be better focused on the territory and away missions tree at level 30 plus, but it is still worth going through and trying to get some of these, especially for like the efficiencies of like crystal efficiency, crystal building, gas, ore. All that's good. It's obviously something that I've not put a lot of time and effort into. My big focus has been territory. So like I've taken the explore warfare, the efficient ship upgrades, efficient research, efficient construction as high as I can go. This is my focus. These type of things. It is still good. And if you've got the time and the energy to grind through Stellas, there's some really, really good stuff there. But you max out Stellas, you scrap them, get the Stella particles, and then you spend those to work on researching in the outlaw tree. And that's where the value is. It's just a very convoluted way. Impervious says, I know this sounds like heresy, but I skipped the Sally in favor of the Bortus, using that crystal in the Vidar. I mean, that's not heresy. I think the Saladin... Here's the thing. The Saladin is the best ship of the three, but the other two aren't bad. There's nothing wrong with going for a, Bortus to lighten that load, because the Bortus will grind your dailies to level 39 completely fine by itself. Okay, don't need anything else. Yes, the Saladin is the best PvP option by far and the best base cracker and probably the best in armadas, though Riker can really help out like a Bortus in that situation. But if you want to save some crystal for the Vidar and the Horizon stuff, definitely go Bortus, and that is not a bad idea. DuPont, I got 3 shards. Thanks, Spine. I didn't even recognize that. Riker works on everything, Psycho. Just the level of work is going to vary based on your researches. I do love... Look, I have a Bortus. Y'all don't forget that I have a Bortus, and I love it. Here is my maxed Bortus. that I have not leveled up because I'm saving for a domination leaderboard. But here's my Max Portis. I love her. She works really well. She's beautiful. Look at those lines, those sharp curves. She's like an 80s sports car. Absolutely gorgeous. Love this thing. This one, I'm getting a Katinga. And I will have this dock with a Bortus, and then that dock right over there will be a Katinga. And it'll be like, oh, look at these beautiful Klingon ships. And I'll be like, hell yeah. But anyway. Over here, oh, also an empty dock. All my docks are empty. There's nobody home except the Bortus. All right, let's swap this back to the Enterprise. I got shards for 10 and 1. Man, I really ignored things, didn't I? Where do you see the daily event calendar? So it's fine. I did a video on it. If you do we have any of the moderators here in my chat? If not, I can look it up myself. I don't think I see anybody, so I'll give you the link real quick. But I did a video on it. I encourage you to check out the video, and I talked about how the pattern works and focusing on different days to really work on. Oh, it was 2 weeks ago. Here you go. Let me get the share button out. Bam. Here you go. Check out the video. You're welcome. I got the link for it and all there, so you can check out the calendar. Use it whenever you need it. Calendar helps me out a great deal. Am I on Twitch tonight? Drew, I might be on Twitch tonight. I did not do it on last night just because last night we're kind of feeling just kind of weird, I guess. It's been a long weekend. But I might go on Twitch tonight. I might. If y'all want me to, hit me up on the Discord. If y'all spam the Discord asking me to go live, of course I will do it. Latin says recommended ship crew for killing faction heavy surveys. Pike Moreau Talon. You want to use Talon versus the heavies. The heavies use kinetic. Heavies use kinetic. That's the key. That's the key to your gumbo. That's the rube. Drew, why did you buy 5 ISO miners, Drew? That's the dumbest thing you could have ever done. That was asinine. Why would you do that? Did that help you out at all, Drew? Drew, really? Drew, you should be ashamed. You just spent $200 on freaking ISO miners. You could donate to the house fund. What the hell's wrong with you? Tonight on Twitch, we cussing you out. We can't do it here. But we cussing you out on Twitch later. Benjamin says Scopely is intentionally not giving me chin shards. It does feel like that. I promise you it does. Oh, wait. He doesn't have the free one. He spent $250. You idiot. You get cussed out tonight. Zoomer, we might just make that happen then, buddy. James says level 26 and just unlocked Picard on server 51. Congratulations. Could you go over the best crew setups from PvP, PvE, and Armadas? Yeah. Pike Moreau Chin, Pike Moreau Talon, PvE, or Picard Beverly Talon, Picard Beverly Chin. Same thing, just reverse it. And then for Armadas, my favorite right now is Riker as captain, 6 of 10. And then if you have her, Beverly Crusher. If you don't have Beverly, Riker Khan, 6 of 10. Good stuff. If I will say this, I will take back all insults if Drew is level 50 and I see him have a dock of 6 ISO miners. I will then forgive Drew. Let's see what other questions and comments that we have. Throw them in if you don't have them. If you got questions, I need them. If you don't have questions, well, stop wasting my time. I need more questions to help out everybody get better. All right, sweet. We're in the Armada. Oh, nice, James. Congratulations on getting Rare Crusher. Now, she really needs to be tier 3-ish to really start being good. But if you've got like a high tier con, you might find better value in that. But the idea with Beverly is giving you some defensive mitigation, your own mitigation boosting. So if you do get hit, you're surviving a little bit better. Matthew says, how's the card game coming along? So the card game, I think, is going well. If y'all are interested in trading card games, I will invite y'all to the Discord that we've made for it. We've got all the line art done, meaning that the first 2 starter decks, all the characters and cards are designed. We just got to get them painted, and then we'll start working on printing. So hopefully in the next 2 months, we'll have starter decks. So if y'all are into that, get into it. There's the link for it if y'all want to check it out. Matthew says, Epic Riker or TNG? Epic. Yeah, we're not even bothering with TNG Riker. He's not useful for much at all. What's the best ship to scrap for 3-star mats? The 26s. So the D3, Mayflower, and Legionary generally give you your best value, best bang for your buck. Any secrets to grinding shards for specific officers? Nope, not unless they're in the transporter pattern store. So there's no work around it. You just gotta do the work. Oh man, I got Talon on here, don't I? Ah, what a noob. What a noob! Well, this thing's gonna die fast. Shout out 160. What's up, Jeff? Who do you think is next? Worf, Troy, Tasha, or Nurse Agawa? Troy and Worf would be my guess. Troy and Worf would be my guess. Any secrets to a great beard? Yeah, well maintained, oiling it, washing your face, and making sure that you actually take care of it. You know, so like it's like if you're trying to grow long hair and stuff, you keep it hydrated, keep it loved on. You know, preferably you have people rubbing on it at certain parts of the day just to give you some extra love. That's what you need. Scummy says you missed a donation. Highest donated if you roll. I don't know what you're saying, Scummy. I don't know what you're saying. No clue what you're saying. Olive oil or canola? Neither. There's actually beer specific oils, but if I had to go with one, pecan. Always pecan oil. Smell like a Southern gentleman and like pie. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Jason says, I've been playing 2 years. I'm level 25. Taking my time. In the meantime, my crew is tight. Crew recommendations for people with great officers and subpar ships would be great. Okay. Then if you're at 25, do you have max morale? Because put that on any ship and you're Gucci. Do you have 5 of 10? You know, what you got? What you got? It's definitely pronounced pecan. If anybody says pecan, you will be slapped. Get out of here with that. Ain't nobody eat no pecan pie. Get out of here. Get out of here. Do you think the next generation will be a pack or will they stay in events? Oh, I do think that they're going to sell it at some point. I think that they're trying to see how much they can milk the auctions for a couple months, and then we'll see a pack afterwards. But I really am expecting them to get sourced into some form of pack. Remember that you said somebody gifted you Harrison. Is that hard to get? Harrison is only able to be purchased. He is not openly sourced. There have been 2 auction style events where you could get him through an auction in the game. So a leaderboard event, but generally he's sold for $100 in the pack. So that's how I was able to get him. Somebody purchased him for me. I'm greatly appreciative to that person, but person might be lurking in this chat right now. I'm not sure if Epi's still here, but yeah, he's very hard to procure. Very hard to procure. Paywalls, man, paywalls. Even though technically he can be had for free to play, it just takes a long time for that to come around for you to take advantage of it. So yes, he's free to playable, but like 2 or 3 times a year. So very, very, very slow free to play. Very slow. So slow. Slow. What's up, Epi? How you doing, buddy? Hugh says I want Reb to log into my account. Just tell me what I should do next. Technically, that's a breach of terms of service and can get both of us banned. So if we do it, just don't tell nobody. Winky face. Why can't we move an officer from the lower decks of the bridge while away from our starbase? Oh man, we've been asking that question for years, Damon. And I agree. It's absolutely silly. Ridiculous. Just how they designed the silliness of the game, I guess. But yes, we all agree that is really dumb. Really dumb. All right, we're going to put Chin here. Go. Let's come back here with the proper crew loadout. Maybe that'll help. Harrison is the white whale. Harrison's honestly not as good as he was, say, a couple years ago, just because there's way too many different officers now. I mean, a good mitigation loadout will kind of counter out a good Harrison loadout, but we'll see. Yeah, the North Star is the fastest G3 miner. Put some respect on the name. But who are we talking about, Jason? But who on what? What's my opinion of best level 42 ships? None of them. Go to the 46s. Literally skip the 42s. If you had to pick one, it would either be the Valdor or the Katinga. I'm going for the Katinga. What's my ship B doing? Armadas. Matthew, he is. I made a video about that. When it gets close for you to go to Ops 40, are you going to plan to let the 136 days to count down? Tough. That would cost so much latinum. That would literally cost like, gosh, what'd that cost? 300,000 latinum for me to speed up. I'm gonna have to wait some of it for sure. We'll definitely have to wait through some of it, but I'm not ready for that yet. Douglas says, I saw Riker events with golden tickets, but had no idea where to get those. You got a set of golden tickets in the battle pass. I think it was milestone 6, maybe? Yeah, milestone 6. You got 10 of those golden tickets to the battle pass. And that was the only time that event was going to run, I'm pretty sure. It doesn't happen again. So if you didn't spend them, you got stuck with them. Pretty sure. If you don't have Chin, then you're screwed. Get Chin. Everybody should have Chin by like level 12. So there's no excuse for you to not have Chin. I heard we were supposed to have 2 officers this arc. Who did we possibly miss out on? I don't know. I did try to ask that to try to kind of get the devs to release who that officer was. They didn't tell me. So if they told DJ, then DJ knows. You have to bug DJ for it. But I don't know. There was an issue several months ago with an officer they wanted to release that they couldn't for a while. And I know who that was, but... Oh, by the way, shout out to Fleet Adam Mateo, who just joined the card game Discord. Appreciate everybody joining the card game Discord. I need all the help I can get. You're stuck with them just like salvage parts? Yeah. Exactly. What else we got? Crew for Max Vidar hearing Pipe Road Chin is best for level 32s. No. First off, you got a Max Vidar, you should be hitting level 33s. And the answer for that would actually be 1 of 10, 5 of 10 Beverly, or Pipe Road Talon, or 5 of 10 Chin Talon. So there's your 3 of them against 33s if you are maxed. Huron is a one-trick pony that's good on like 3 ships. And it's almost like a comedic value. I mean, he works, but you'll see him in these packs for $100. And I think he's worth less than Harrison. But he basically just takes big shots like the sarcophagus, the pilum, and can double them early on. And I guess there's some value there, but not to me. Not to me. What are you talking about, Tommy? What are you talking about? I'm Ops 39. Is it worth saving Latinum than spending it on buildings to power up? I mean, you can't... I guess you're talking about using speed ups, because you can't really spend Latinum on buildings to upgrade them. But I mean, I am sitting at 39 right now, going through buildings, upgrading my foundry right now. And then after that, I've got to upgrade my guns, and then I've got to upgrade the defense technologies as well. But foundry had to be level 39 first. So I got to do this so that I can then upgrade all these guns to 39. I've also got to finish upgrading these buildings. I got to take my ACC up to 39 finally. I've been lazy on it. I should be able to do that by the end of the day if I want to. And then got to get my shuttle bay up. So tons of stuff that I've still got to do before I'm ready to hit that 40 button. When I have completed all the buildings except these, I will probably hit the 40 button and just go ahead and let that 130 days start ticking down. See, here we go. Long time. But I'm going to, there's a certain amount, and I talked about this in the video, a certain amount of buildings I want to have done and certain Latinum I want to have done before I am in 40 and then go into 41, 43, etc. So the actual resource costs just for the ops, or I can tell you the ops cost. The ops cost is, that's not right. All right. Yeah, so the raw cost of ops is 50,000 4-star common. Let's see, I've got, because this is with discounts. Sorry, not the common, the these thingies, the ascend keys, which I've already got. And then like 5.2 billion par steel and 35 million trit. Yeah. And the time is actually closer to 200 days, but research has helped lower that down for me. Any chance of station skins? Yeah, there's definitely a chance for it. When is that going to happen? Don't get me lying to you. I don't want to lie to you, but once you're in the 40s and you have researches, how do you not run out of speed ups? Well, generally most people in the 40s are spending money, but you also have things like the Parabellum event. Like I've spent 50,000 Latinum in the past 2 days, but I'm still not under 400,000 because the Parabellum event will come around and give me a lot of the stuff that I need, then rebuild my Latinum stockpile. So yeah, Angela's right. Triple locked and chest pulls help out a good bit. Now I have been blowing through them. So if you look at mine, if you look a couple months ago, I had several thousand 1 hours. I've blown through all my 1 hours and I'm under 1,000 3 hours, and I get a bunch of these every day. So I have been trying to speed things up so I can get through a lot of the things that I was behind on, but it's fine. It happens. That happens. Let's see, what other questions and comments do you have? Max Vidar, best crew versus Borgs. Did we just cover that? Didn't we just cover that? We just talked about hitting 33 pros. Well, where were you like 10 minutes ago, Eric? Hell, 5 minutes ago. We were just talking about that. 5 Marot Talon or 5 Chin Talon or 1-5 Beverly. Chasing wounds, I don't have an answer for that yet, but I wish I did, but I don't. As far as when will I have summoning, let's see where I'm at now. I think I'm halfway. Oh, I'm actually only 400 away from... Oh, wrong one. Duh. It's the Spore Drive, though I do need to upgrade that. Let me look at the research real quick. Wrong one. I'm all over the place today. Galaxy Tree. There we go. That's where it's at. There we go. All right. I am, what, 2,500 away? 2,500 away. So still a ways away. Hey, Bad Bot. How you doing? Are the devs ever going to allow ISO 2 and 3 outside of TC space? Don't know. Probably not, because that's an integral part of territories. But I guess we can hope and pray that they'll be so gracious as to bless upon us. Wait, why are you not allowing me to swap? Are you glitching out, stupid game? Thank you. I mean, it won't change my world because I know how it works. It's not like I'm ignorant to it. It is what it is. Why didn't you research Nanoprobe Hunter? It's important. It just wasn't that important to me because I was willing to do the grind. Just not that important to me. I mean, I don't struggle to fill up my cargo hold, and I'm willing to put forth the extra time. I will say for most people that is definitely worth doing. I just have too many other things that I was focusing on. So Why am I doing the other stuff? Well, the other stuff I'm doing is more important, like the Klingon repair cost and the battleship nacelles for the power research. That's way more important to me. It's way more important. It has more of an impact in my game. There are going to be other events for the 4 new ISO researches. You don't think so? I think we already had those. Let's take a look real quick. Like, speaking of, where'd my phone go? What? Let's see. Adventures will Riker rescue the crew. Matter of honor. No. Supply bundles, which I did that, and some people complain. I actually like that one. Not there. It's not ticketed. The Jelly Brawl, by the way, 3 days. And another Jellyfish Pursuit going on. Yeah, that's the one going on now. And then Parabellum in 4 days. Heck yeah, I'm excited about that. Another Recruit Will Riker. Paired event. Cosmic Cleanup. All right, so yeah, I don't see one. I don't see another one. What other questions and comments? Level 27 right now, Stella and Rogue open. How does one start going with that boondoggle? Well, you gotta be level 28 to even build the Stella. So you're still a level away, OG. Still one whole level away. And then there's a research in the Outlaw tree, you can do, or is it the Galaxy tree, that opens up the rep for you. Duff says I'm Ops 39, also getting close to pull the trigger once done. So you think one should push to 41 or 42? 41. Yeah, I'm going to go 39 to 41. Then I'm going to do all those updates for the researches, and then I'll probably push higher after that. Nope, Brian, no teasers. World, I'm pretty sure it's 28. You got to have 28 shipyard to build it, don't you? Let me see. I could have sworn it was 20. But I have been wrong before. Stella. Shipyard 27. Nope, y'all right. So there's a Stella research that you need to go do. I thought it was 28. Stella research. To go do the Stella research. I think I've been saying 28 for like a year now. Whoopsies. Yeah, so there's a research called Stella Research that you need to go do, and that will start off your process. Thanks, Toon World, and Kenneth, and Ardalac, and everybody else who corrected me. Thank you. Jim says, just got the Sally. What's the next to aim for? Maxing that thing out. Your Vidar, Saladin, Horizon, all of those need to get leveled up. So that's probably going to slow you down on the grind for quite a while. Latin Logan says, how many accounts do I have? So I play 3 actively usually every day. I have, at this point, I think I have 9. I will log into 6 or 7 of them and actively play 3. I want to be really technical. I think I've made over a dozen, but... Once you unlock the Rogue Store boxer, you should see an option where you can start turning in the credits for the Stella. Does Merrick proc the Obliterator? I don't think so. Hercules is actually doing a test on it. I wonder if he ever finished that. Did you ever determine Merrick on... I don't think Merrick did. But I'm going to verify. Nero does. Giorgio does. Charvanek can. But... Scooby, I barely got to do Go Fest. I didn't get anything, really. 29, and then I recommend 35. I'm recommend pushing all the way up. Badbot, I'm semi-active on 32. Like, I get on every week or 2. So not super often. I mean, I do get on, but it's not like all the time or anything. You get on, say hey, answer questions, that type of thing. I mean, technically Ask Tyler is good immediately, but the higher you go, the better he gets. It's so dependent on your level, what you're using him for. But Ash Tyler's one that I like pretty early on. He definitely benefits for getting some levels though. I've got Rainn Wilson, Harry Mudd. Somebody's in my alliance asking about Fat Mudd. Mudd 2.0. Probably going to ask about the double shot, I bet. I bet they're going to ask about the double shot. I sound tired. Well, that's pretty insulting. I'm not tired at all. What is the ship and crew to farm exchange hostiles? So you would... Jesus, Leo, you're kind of way behind. Then you would use like Cadet Uhura, Cadet McCoy, Chin. You're going to use a hostile crew loadout. And you hit traders with whatever you got. So either use Cadet Uhura, Cadet McCoy, Chin, or you would use TNG LaForge, TNG Crusher, Chin. But you're going to use a hostile crew, and you're just going to hit the lowest ones that you can and start slowly getting the keys. Exactly, Tomb World. It's just going to take a while. Luffy, my resources rated has not really moved in like a year. It's something like 1.7 billion or something. I don't have time to do it anymore. I'm too busy making content and stuff, so it's not that impressive. It used to be really nice back when not many people had 1 billion, but yeah, Tomb, not everybody did it. I actually got my Stella in an event, I think. I didn't have to do the initial grind, if I remember right. See, what does XP do? What type of XP? 1 XP is for ship, 1 XP is for officers, and they'll be used for, well, each one of those. Hey, Vulcan War General, how you doing, buddy? Well, Luffy, I just don't have time to raid, man. Too many things going on. Too much to do, too many videos to make. I don't have time to just sit down and raid, because I mean, the amounts that I need to raid are so high. I don't have time to just sit down and raid 2 billion trit. Especially when events pay it out more anyway. What tier would you recommend having the Enterprise at before jumping from 35 to 39? Tier 6 or tier 7 at minimum is what I would say. Did you check your Discord messages? So right now I have... Sorry, I'm adding them up. 34, 35, 36, 37. I have 40 unanswered Discord messages, and that's from me answering Discord messages of about 3 hours ago. So yeah, I've still got a bunch I haven't answered, and I see your icon on the list there, Vulcan. Lots of people asking questions every day. Every day. Odd that in a Star Trek game, the most valuable Starfleet officer is Grace Chen. Well, she's the most valuable hostile officer, but that's only because of people like Pike, Picard, Crusher, and Moreau. So she's not necessarily great by herself. She's good with everybody else, making her great. Oh, nice, Vulcan. We'll definitely check those out. Andrew is what the same for what? I'm not sure what you're asking. Tom says, you made mention 2 new officers will become in transporter patterns, but you couldn't say who. When will we find out? Well, I guess you'll find out when they get released, won't you? In the 29 billion range? Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I would love to be able to do that. It's just, you're talking to drain 100 million from a base. It's going to take me about 50 hits. And those 50 hits are going to take roughly 30 minutes. And it's just, 1, that's a small amount. And 2, having time to find that, source that, defend that. I mean, even now, we've been streaming for an hour and a half, but then I've got to prep for Twitch stream later. I've got to make videos for y'all, static videos. I've got card game project we're working on. Got dev meeting projects for the Star Trek Fleet Command game. Football stuff that I do. I just sadly don't have time to raid. And it's one of my favorite parts of the game. And if there's an open raid that my alliance is having, I'll join in. But it really is difficult for me to just go out and raid like I used to, just because of how the focus has changed and what I'm doing. Because I used to be able to go raid and I only needed, like, if I got 100 million resources in a single raid setting, that paid for me to do stuff for several days. Now I have to raid several 100 million to really have enough to do anything. Hey B, how you doing? So Nero's weird firing pattern will make Ash Tyler less effective. Still effective, but less effective. Do you find the ratio of epic shards on ultra pulls is low? I've never pulled 8 straight epics and gotten no, or 8 straight ultra and never gotten epics. That's never happened to me. Yeah, I gotta get ready for chair stream. I get that chair ready for its big stream debut. I'm gonna do another 4,000 just because we're gonna see. I spent 8,000 now for you crazy folks. Let's see. Yeah, plenty of epics. There's my transporter patterns. Yeah, tons of epics. There was no struggle bus there. No struggle bus there at all. Which, by the way, does this one even have a full pull option? Yeah, it does. Okay. So, although it never had that happen. That's some horrible RNG, my friend. How do you check resources rated stat? Oh, it's really easy. You just click on any of these, like your power destroyed, and then it's under the player menu. You just hit resources rated. Oh, wow, I'm at 3.4 billion. I thought I was lower than that. So 3.4. The top on our servers at 44, 43, 35, 33. So I'm at 3.4 billion. I could have sworn I was lower than that. But anyway, that's where I'm at. Nathan, the chair will make an appearance later tonight on Twitch. If you haven't joined the Twitch channel already, well, one, what are you doing? Are you even a fan of Rev Deuce if you're not on the Twitch channel? You should be. Even Vulcan War Generals on the channel. And also, just real quick, if y'all want to donate to the house fund so that we can get my children in a house that doesn't leak from the roof and from the floor, hit that PayPal donation. Everything's greatly appreciated. And it's going to a real good cause because I'm not just blowing it on fancy chairs, cars, and turkey legs. So, why haven't I promoted Pike? Because promoting Pike doesn't do anything for me, and I've got other officers that are more important. Yeah, the Bumpkin's chair, which I introduced y'all to the Bumpkin, by the way. You're welcome. He's got a pretty epic chair. I love his chair. Questions before we get to our wrap-up period. We're at an hour and a half into the stream. What other questions y'all got? Congrats on getting a third of the way there with the house fund. Thank you, Andrew. I am extremely, I made this post on Discord. It's extremely humbling because when we made this goal, I really didn't think we'd get this far. So it's extremely appreciative that y'all do that. And second, you know, it's funny, like I'll have people who work in real estate will be like, are you sure 30,000 is enough? And I'm like, I guess. I literally put this thinking that this would never happen. So it's a huge thank you that people even donate to it. And since we've been doing it about 4 or 5 months now to have this amount donated, and it all goes put to a special account, doesn't get touched. And then I've also got my own earnings that I make. So I've got an account that's set aside just for the house that's got more than 10,000 in it, but putting that away, and hopefully one day we'll get there. So it's just insane to me, but very appreciative. Why don't we have preset crews? Scopely's lazy. That's the accurate, simple answer. Scopely's lazy. Not that they can't, they just haven't. And thank you, Nathan. It's appreciative. Everybody, and this is only 100, crazy enough, this is only like 130 people donating. So if I had everybody throw in $5 at a time, $20 at a time, it'll get there. I mean, this is insane because it's only like 130 people. And y'all 130 are amazing. All the others, who cares? Just kidding, y'all. Is Beverly Picard data better than PMC? No, not at all. Definitely not. Not even close. Not even close. Not even close. Yikes. How long will this arc go? 5 months at least. 5 months. 5 months. It's going to be the longest arc ever. Longest arc of all time. What about 5 Chin and Moreau? Nope, not near as good as Pipe Moreau Chin. I feel like y'all need to go watch my video where I explain the math of why Pipe Moreau Chin is so good. None of the things that you're saying are going to get you anywhere close to what that math showed. Do we have somebody who can share that again? Can somebody share that video? Is anybody around to share that, or do I need to go get it? DJ mentioned was 6. Scopely's official page mentioned 5. So if it's 6, that's awesome. That would make sense if they go ahead and finish it out to the rest of the year. But I know for a fact it's at least 5. Five does increase rep rewards, but that's still not good enough to be a primary hostile crew, in my opinion. Not enough to be the primary. Do I play tabletop RPGs or board games? I mean, kinda. There's not really anybody in my town that does that stuff, sadly. So, like even the trading card game I'm trying to put together, I'm going to probably put together a digital format to play with so that we can all play together. PayPal link, got you. Thank you so much for asking for that link. There you go. The bot should post it here in a second, and I am currently looking up the video I made so that y'all can make sure y'all get the math of why Pipe Moreau Chin is so good. Because I also was talking about Picard, Beverly, and how they both work. How long ago was that video? Jeez. Card day. Surely it wasn't a month ago. How long ago did I make that? Where's the video? Cards video, dev Q&A, Meridian, going 40 plus. Okay. Oh, that Lorca one had a funny intro. Okay, Picard Pike 3 weeks ago. Man, has it been that long? Here we go. Getting the link for y'all. Jeez, I can't believe time flies. Joe says, think about crew members Worf, Troy, and how they tie into Deep Space Nine. We know we'll have a Borg moment because of Picard. Well, do we know that? That would be great, though. It'd be great. Yeah, it would be great to have a Locutus moment in this game. We'll go ahead and speed up here so we can go do grinding. We gotta do more grinding. Send this back out. What is this about the original series officers? Well, they're currently in your store. Problem is, we are trying to convince them to give us some extra love because they kind of left us hanging out in the wind here. Anyway, long story short, we're trying to find out why they released this after they said they never would again. They told me that, they told DJ that, they announced it officially. So now we're trying to figure out what the heck's going on and what happened. Rax says the art for Locutus is already done. Let's just say that I don't have possession of an in-game model of him yet, so I'm not counting it. Things that I have models for, I believe. Those are things I believe. Raxnar, shoot that to me on Discord if you don't mind. Shoot that to me on Discord if you don't mind. Not the event store, the officer store. Summer TOS recruit special. Well, Raxnar, all they posted in Picard Week was literally a picture from the show. Every picture from Picard Week was actually a picture from the TV show. They didn't actually have any artwork done. So, and while I am here for that to be a hint, I'm waiting for it to actually be something in game. Hey, they finally killed my... What's he in? Kelvin? If I had Kang, I could probably do it. You killed a Horizon, buddy. Feel good about yourself. You did amazing. I'm about to put a Horizon right back out there because it's cheap as dirt to repair. Thanks, bud. Those were not renderings, buddy. Those were literally just stills pulled from the TV show. Will do, Jeff. You're going to have to PM me first, though. Because I've literally got almost 60 PMs right now. So you PM me and I will shoot it to you. So many PMs. All right, we got I'd say about 10-15 minutes before we wrap up the live stream. So any questions you got, come on, keep throwing them in. I love questions, love game stuff, love everything. Nope, Daniel, nobody complained. Nobody asked for it. It just appeared. Just appeared. Lost Infinity, the server I'm currently on is server 20. Server 20. It's one of my main accounts. I'm going to say one of my mains because I have several accounts that I play on quite regularly. This is probably it's the highest level one. 39. It'll be level 40 plus soon. Douglas, there is another Riker event coming up. So you'll have the Riker event plus the side-by-side event that comes with it. So yes, there are more free-to-play options coming. And yeah, Mark, you're on that game as well. Leo, yes, it will be. In fact, if you haven't already, why have you not joined the card game Discord? Come join the Discord. Come learn about it. Come check out the mechanics we've written down. It is a fantasy style like Magic, but has its own art style. We have our own artists. We got our own storytellers. I have somebody who's worked on some of the TV shows for Star Trek helping me with some of the story. So y'all come in. We're trying to make this thing cool. Trying to make it awesome. So there is another auction coming up, Zoomer, but if you remember, with every auction, we also have been getting side-by-side events. And those side-by-side events are allowing us to source Riker in a free-to-play way. I mean, I did not place first in any event. I just kind of placed like 7th and 13th. And I've got him. But if we come down here to the Riker sourcing, where are the Riker? But not the ticket event. So we got the paired event. So you earn shards here. This is a solo milestone, not a leaderboard event. We've got one more coming up for both sets. One more. Do the blueprints in the Epic Armada chest change from 29 to 35? So the epics that you're getting, you'll start getting the epic ships like the Enterprise, Augur, D3, and then at 36, you get the ISS Jelly. Well, Daniel, if you need one more shard, then just go in your event store. Oh, are they back? Oh. Literally no big deal, buddy. Literally no big deal. I hope you feel like a man when you push her around. Do you feel better now? Are you about to lose a Kelvin? Literally no big deal. All right, let's do this, this, and this. There we go. The mid-level, wait, I wanted to splurge on one $100 pack. What's the best value? So if you're already getting the free prime, so I'm assuming you're getting prime officers. Probably the Armada pack. This pack is probably the best value for $100 besides some of the primes. That Armada pack has got some serious value. Maybe the Crusher pack if you don't have Beverly, but no, Sean. They do not. Pro is set up by each individual server. They set it up themselves. A lot of servers don't even have it. Go. More farming. How do I get warp conduit for the original Franklin? Are you saying for a second one, Dav? Because there's not a way to get a second one. Every now and then, one time they put them in an event store so you could get them. there's not a way to get a second set. The first set comes through missions. You get the first set through missions. Pretty good. That probably means that you haven't spent as much as this account has. This account in 3 years has definitely got close to $2,000 spent on it. So. Well, then I don't know what to tell you, buddy. I guess they just like me with some of my packs. Level comes into it as well. Your level, your location, what you spent, all that will play into what packs they present to you. Are you showing the TOS Officer pack in store? I am. I do have the TOS Officer pack in my store. I'm not spending on it, but I can see it. What is the Klingon system equivalent of Wolf in Fed Space? So like a 39 hub? No hub. Klingon space is really annoying because there's not a hub. No hub for you. You just have to fly. Lots of flying. Who would you pair with Riker on the Enterprise for Armadas? No Beverly. 5 and Khan. 6 and Khan. 6 of 10 and Khan. Ian, I'm sorry that you have Roe. That sounds really awful, buddy. Sucks to be y'all. Sucks to be y'all. Sounds awful. Is the only way to get more salvage parts through the pay store? Currently, yes, that is the only option. I'm waiting to hear back from the devs on if they are adding another way to procure, but as of now, it is the only option. Well, they didn't ask about an Enterprise, Daniel. They just asked who to put with Kirk and who to put with Picard. Oh, they did. Yeah, then that would be Riker, Kirk, 6 of 10. Riker, Kirk, 6 of 10 on the Enterprise for Armadas. But if you've got a high-level Khan and a high-level 6, I'd probably rather just go screw Kirk completely and then just go Riker, 6 Khan. Because I only need the shields up if the fight's not lasting that long. I'm sorry, if the fight is lasting long. If I'm doing a 20-round fight, yeah, give me Riker, 6 Khan if they're leveled up. Here's a terrible question. What standard recruits greens and blues from the Fed ROM can I pair with new Riker? None. None. Riker is just an Armada officer, and none of those cards are doing anything for you. The Fed ROM ones, you preferably would want to have Kirk so that you could run Riker, Kirk, Spock at level 21 for Armadas. Oh, let's see what else we got. Yikes, James. Definitely don't. I definitely do not. Verstat has interceptors. I prefer to do explorers or traders. They're easiest to kill, and traders give the most points. I try not to do the battleships and stuff. Too slow there, Loki. Wow, you're almost dead, Loki. I should totally steal your 34,000. Dang it. I would have loved to get Loki there. That would have been a great day for the Empire. What a sad day that we weren't able to get his 40,000 OPC. Yeah, Daniel, I wanted it. That was a nice little chunk of keys. But sadly, not today, apparently. Sad face. Let's see. All right, y'all. Questions are starting to slow down. Bring the questions. Bring them in. We need them. Slow down. We're going to get ready to wrap up. But now remember, we will be live on Twitch later today. So if you're not here yet, come on in. Join the Twitch channel. Follow the Twitch channel. Love the Twitch channel. We'll be live there tomorrow. Not tomorrow. But tonight, since apparently people want me to go live twice today. Altree, which Stella branch should I do first? Weaponry or hull? I go weaponry. I went to the top one. But the main thing that you want to get is that Prime Stella. We talk about things that you could go after. Prime Stella is a good one. Don't forget about that. Prime Stella is great. James, servers open up for Ascension, and it varies. They take into account the amount spent on the server. They take into account the age of the server, but anywhere from 6 to 12 months. 6 to 12 months. John, I would not spend $20 on the Devore. You can get a Devore absolutely for free by doing your daily tokens turn in. Starting at level 23, you will get an option if in your loyalty chest. Wrong one. It gifts. If you look at your 30-day, you have Devores in here. So just do your Devore, get it for free. Or you can get it through Armadas. So. Go. And Joel, I mean, I am on Discord. I'm not like actively using it, but I have it pulled up if you send me a message. A year to save 20 bucks. Hey, look at me, willing to do it because I'm a cheapo. So, I mean, if you don't want to do it, that's cool. That's cool. But up to you. To me, I'd rather get it for free. I'm one of those people. We have a shout real quick to Andrew M for their very generous donation. They like round numbers. And apparently that's why they decided to donate this awkward amount. Let's take a look at if that actually made sense.
Got to have.
Oh, it did.
Money.
Look. But you put $1. What? Why didn't you just make it? Why didn't you just make it 10.5? Why is it 10.501? I mean, whatever. Thank you. But why? But why? Oh well, thank you. Greatly appreciate your donation to the house fund. Thank you so much. Just like, okay, math is hard. Oh, okay. What else we got? Let's see. There are events that will help you with the Devore grind. It's just nothing insane. So. Okay, what was I? Hold on, I'm trying to see if the devs have messaged me back. Give me a second. Give me a second to check my messages. Let's see, William, do I have any info on merges? Yes, I do. Someone donate $99 to make it better. What Miss Carissa said. Miss Carissa speaks logic. Use logic. Vulcan it up. Yeah, like Vulcan it up. Vulcan it up. You should never math while high. I guess that's strong advice there, Eric. Don't know what it has to do with our group. Our group is nothing but wholesome people and amazingly, virgin in our minds and thoughts. All of us. Everybody here. Say it. Say it. Mergers are a joke as they currently are. Wow, Dave, tell us how you really feel. Jason says winning a year of lat races is worth $20. Hey, maybe it is to you. To me, it's not. To me, $20 is a lot of money. It ain't worth it to me. But if it's worth it to you, awesome. Remember, my job is just to tell you how something works, if it has value, what it does, and you go from there. Not me. Not me. And Dursey, you can 100% not get an amen from me. Matthew says pure as driven snow. Oh, there you go, y'all. There you go. There you go. There you go. Oh, good times. Sorry, just reading some messages from not one of the devs, but somebody else who works for Scope. Anyway, back to the comments and questions. What's the new wiki website thing that was made? ftfc.space. So it's a web app, not a wiki. Not all the information seems correct on it yet, but that is the web app that was put together. Check it out if you haven't already. Ripper's doing some great work. Does definitely need some fleshing out. That's fine. And it's really, really freaking cool. So is the Vidar worth buying? Oof. Is the Vidar extremely valuable to your gameplay? Yes. You can get it for free by doing cosmic cleanups on Saturdays and through event stores. Is it one of the most important ships in the game? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. But I'm a cheapo. So, any advice for a new 40? Go to 41. 40 is like the most awkward level in the world to camp at. Go ahead and go to 41. 3-star mats also get more points than Latinum. The trick is getting it as quickly as you can. Fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Snowboard was not worth the grind once triple locked. What grind are you talking about? Snow. What grind are you referring to? Paul says 41 is. Yes, you always, if you're going to go up in levels, especially if you're camping, you always choose odd levels. Odds open up more research. You always want to choose the odds. Hey, buddy. Oh, it's ODB. He's cool, dude. I know ODB. He probably still hit me, but he's cool, dude. Oh, man. Boar probes are always worth the grind to me, man. Boar probes are always worth the grind. Hey, Ed. Yeah, you came around, so we're about to wrap up, but good for you. We're having Twitch later. I know you love the good old Twitch stream. Good old Twitch stream. Wow, people have already made a Discord for that server merge? That's crazy. Okay. All right, Joel, looks forward to it. What time is the Twitch stream? 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so about 2 hours from now. 2 hours from now. Oh, I got another message. Ah, I'm getting blown up here. Oh, what is this message? Oh, it's a message from DragonCron. Anyway, Ed, maybe it's been blown up. Here's what we're going to wrap up today's stream here on YouTube. Join the Twitch if you have not already. We'll be going live there. I'm going to go eat some lunch because I haven't eaten yet, see my kids, and then stream on Twitch, which is always a pretty wild and crazy time. So come join if you haven't already. You're welcome. I look forward to it. Hopefully we'll have updates on server merges and on hopefully maybe this TOS officer thing. If not, well, we'll join the Discord anyway. Y'all are awesome. Live long and prosper. Stay safe with the Space Cowboys. We'll catch you on the next one. Deuces. That's me. That was a bad win.